Live from the Government State University Broadcasting Studios, this is GSU News at 2. Coming up today on the News at 2, Biden plans to lower gas prices this summer. One of the oldest churches in Masson gets ready for Sunday service. Also, man found dead in his car in Park Forest. Nature Center offers community activities, and the Bulls are back in the playoffs while girls soccer gets rolling. Hello, I'm John Redfield Jr., and you're watching GSU News. This is GSU News with Jasmine Grisby, Lila Kozłowski, and Kara Graham. Biden plans to make it easy on your wallet this summer as he plans to lower the gas prices. GSU News' Jasmine Grisby has the story.
Gas prices have been affecting the nation since earlier this year. However, April 12th, President Biden announced a plan that could turn this gas price crisis around, suggesting heightening the production of ethanol-blended gasoline. Gas prices have been up and down for years and took a spike once again when Russia invaded Ukraine, inciting a war. In fact, according to NBC4, gas prices had reached records high in March of this year.
It's kind of becoming more and more out of pocket, like expense. Like recently, I had to almost put $95 in.
Biden's plan to increase production of ethanol-blended gasoline is believed to lower those prices. According to Longview News Journal, the plan is to authorize year-round use of E15, which will affect the gas supply, prices, and environment, as it's supposed to be cheaper than that of actual gasoline. While gas prices are said to be cut by an apparent 10-cent average with the use of the E15 alternative, according to Barron's, there are questions of if the cut in prices is worth the risk to the environment. As Longview News Journal states, environmentalists believe an increase in ethanol production can lead to greenhouse gas emissions and soil erosion. Despite concerns, the plan for the corn-based fuel is set to begin sales this summer. This is Jasmine Grisby, reporting for Government State University.
New Faith Baptist Church brings a service outside of the pews. New Faith Baptist Church is one of the oldest and recently renovated churches in the south suburbs. Located on 25 South Central Avenue in Masson, Illinois, we will get a deeper dive into how their media department gets their Sunday services rolling.
My role here in the media ministry is as a floor director / stage manager. And what I do is essential to the service. I come in on Sunday mornings. I turn on our equipment. I make sure everything is set up and on as far as computers, cameras, maybe audio equipments and things, double checking everything.
My role in the media department here at New Faith is I'm a director. I'm their editor. I actually edit, but during the service I can direct, I can do graphics, I do lighting for cameras. That's basically what I do. I fill in where I fit in. I fit in where I need to fill in. So that's basically it. Just to get everything going that we can reach the people that we need to reach and save some souls.
I'm the media director here at New Faith Baptist Church. On Sunday, our role is just to make sure that we oversee how we get all of the audio, video needs for the church prepared, set up, and ready to go. So we can stream and meet the people when they need on Sundays. We set up the cameras, make sure that they're in line, audio, video. We also deal with the youth services next door. Make sure that everything in the machine room and equipment room is connected.
The church opens its doors for everyone with the service starting at 10 a.m. every Sunday morning. This is John Redfield reporting for GSU TV. Here's a sad story to report. A 23-year-old man found dead in his car in Park Forest. Here's more on the story.
This is Jasmine Grisby, reported to you from the 3400 block of Western Avenue, located in Park Forest, where 23-year-old Zachary Salas was found dead inside of a vehicle parked in a nearby residential parking lot on Sunday, April 10th, around 6:30 p.m. According to E-News Park Forest, Salas is believed to have been shot inside the vehicle hours before police were called to perform a wellness check due to what was notified to Park Forest Police Department as a man slumped over in his vehicle. A 17-year-old juvenile male who, according to E! News Park Forest, was well known to the victim, has been arrested and charged with first-degree homicide and is currently being held on a $200,000 bond.
It's up to us as a grown-up now to like really hone in on the kids that's out here that's wilding out and everything, and try and talk to them, let them know that, hey, this is not the right way to, live in this type of society.
Kind of make things a lot scarier, because you can be in your car, your house, and don't feel safe nowhere no more.
I fear the safety of my own children. If the local community don't try to stand up tighter to that, it's going to be more and more of those incidents, and we need some positive things to happen so that they can be better under control with.
The story proceeds to develop as the Park Forest Police Department and the South Suburban Major Task Force dive deeper into the investigation of the murder. This is Jasmine Grisby, reporting to you for Governor State University.
Here's a feel-good story. Local Nature Center offers an exciting new take on outdoor activities. Here's Lila Kozłowski with the story. Lila.
When people think of a Little Red Schoolhouse, the first thing that might come to their mind are the one-room classrooms of the early American school system. For the Little Red Schoolhouse, however, on 9800 Willow Springs Road, is a thriving and interactive nature preserve dedicated to educating people of all ages on plants, animals, and the natural landscape surrounding them.
County, we receive over 500,000 people per year that just come to Little Red Schoolhouse. Within those people, you receive people from all walks of life. But one of the things that's really important is that the community or that the public know and understand that the forest preserves belongs to them.
From 9 to 5, the Little Red Schoolhouse invites the public to take a walk through their self-guided trails and exhibits, explore their 6,000 square foot garden with accessible paths, or become an official schoolhouse volunteer and help the center save and maintain its foliage from natural hazards.
When people come into the Nature Center, we have different programs with children and families. One day we might be doing birding with a family or a group. Another day we might be doing stewardship, which is cutting down invasives on our property.
The schoolhouse offers fun events and programs for adults and in-person and hybrid field trips and classroom use to K through 12 grade students to immerse themselves in a unique and exceptional learning experience.
You don't think about what else there is to be offered like at nighttime at these grounds, because forest preserve grounds close at sunset for the most part. So people don't get that opportunity to be here and be present in the nighttime. And there's a lot that is offered in that way. So like a lot of our night programs aren't just looking at the stars necessarily, which is amazing too. We of course have that. But some of them are about listening to animals that are only active at night, or finding them, or even just absorbing the peace and the tranquility of nighttime in the forest preserves.
I'm Lila Kozłowski, reporting live from the Little Red Schoolhouse.
And now into sports. Girls soccer is heating up. Here's Kara Graham with more.
Hi, I'm Kara Graham, and I'm reporting outside of Beecher High School at their soccer fields. The Beecher girls soccer season just started a few weeks ago and is already off to a great start. The Lady Cats beat rivals Kankakee High School in a challenging match last night, winning by 1 point. They have an impressive record of 3-2-1, and it's clear that all their hard work during practice is paying off. Within the next week, they have 3 important conference games against top competitors, Rich Township, Bloom, and Crete-Monee. If the Lady Cats can clinch the win over these 3 teams, then they will be sitting at the top of their conference in a great position to be conference champions this season, which is a great accomplishment, and would give them the confidence they need heading into regionals. Head coach Dawn Compton says they have a lot of work to do to get there, but it can be done as long as the Lady Cats continue to work together. They will be a threat against any opponent. Good luck for the remainder of the season, ladies. This is Kara Graham reporting for GSU News.
The Bulls are back in the playoffs for the first time in 5 years.
Hi, I'm Kara Graham, standing outside of the United Center in Chicago, where the Chicago Bulls will be playing the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round of the playoffs this week.
Of the 4 matchups against the Bucks this season, the Bulls have fallen short each time. This is not to say there isn't hope for the Bulls coming out over the Bucks in the first round, but it's not going to be easy. The Chicago Bulls had a strong start to the season, going 38-21 before the All-Star break, fluctuating between first and second place in the East. Following the break, they only won 8 of their last 23 games, going 8-15 into playoffs, where they dropped from second in the East to 6th pretty steadily. Although the Bulls had their fair share of sickness and injuries, they still greatly improved their overall record from last season, finishing 46-36 compared to 41-31 last year. Let's hear what fans have to say about the Bulls' performance this season.
Do you think the Bulls have a chance at the title this season?
As much as I love the Bulls, I don't think they stand a chance at winning the title this season. They've performed extremely poorly against all of the top teams in both the East and West, so I don't think they'll win it this year.
Who would you like to see get big minutes in the playoffs and why?
I'd like Kobe White to get solid minutes in the playoffs. He's a very good role player for the Bulls and has a lot of shooting potential if he can get more minutes in.
Which player needs to step up in this series in order to win?
I would say Zach LaVine because he's a part of the Big Three and we need him to succeed.
Good luck, Bulls. This is Kara Graham reporting for GSU News.
The Bulls are down 3-1. Let's see if they can do it. Thank you for watching GSU News. This is John Redfield Jr.